I'm so proud of this movie and so psyched that I'm the guy that was in that scene that people still talk about 25 years later.
I am very excited to be talking about pie because, as you can tell, I'm a man who likes his pie, and I know that you are. We're here because you're promoting the new Edwards Pie Lovers Passion Fruit, and I just happened to get one of these.
What do you think? Have you tried
Phenomenal.
it
yet? It's got that silky smooth bite. That crust is top notch. The little mango and pineapple.
Yep.
Oh, what were your thoughts the first time you tried it?
Pretty much the same. I like that you use the word silky. That's a great adjective to use. It is very silky. That's the thing. Cream pies. It's very, smooth, silky. That's what you look for in a cream pie.
Yes.
I was very, very pleased. I've been a fan of Edwards for a while. Their chocolate cream pie is an all-timer for me. But I got to collaborate on this, new limited edition pie flavor. And, look, no offense to Apple. I love Apple. Apple and I have quite the history, to say the least. But this lines up more with what I like to eat. This is more sort of my flavor profile, if you will. And so, the first time I tried it, I was like, oh, you nailed it. This is exactly what we talked about. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's got that kind of, it feels very summer, which is good. Very poolside, beachy, it's just, it's a home run. I love it. And my kids love it. My boys, if we're anywhere and they haven't, say ice cream or something, gelato, and they get to pick a flavor, it's almost always a mango or a coconut. And so this was a hit, to say the least. Big hit. Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I love the Edwards key lime. I really like that.
Key lime.
Yeah.
Key lime's great. Yep.
It's really good. Yep. And especially for pies that are intended to go into your mouth and eat.
Yes.
Not for other
reasons. Yes, exactly.
Which it's you not to beat around the pie crust here.
Of course, yeah.
But obviously you are probably the most famous pie fan of all time. Or at least your character Jim from the American Pie films.
Exactly.
Famous pie fan. I mean, how does it feel to still kind of be Jim the pie fan after all these years?
Not to beat around the pie crust or to beat inside of the pie crust, but sure. Look, 25 years later, here we are. I'm talking about pie, talking about my scene in that movie, talking about this partnership with the pie company. Something went right or something went horribly wrong. I'm not quite sure.
Fair enough. You still got time to figure it out.
Yeah. No, it's the former. People ask me a lot, are you, and they've been asking me this, by the way, for years. But they ask me, are you tired of being the pie guy? Does it annoy you that you're the pie guy? That you're so known for this role? And it's like, and I'm not saying this to just as lip service or just to you try to put on a happy, good front. Yeah. I'm so proud of this movie and so psyched that I'm the guy that was in that scene that people still talk about 25 years later.
Yeah.
I've now, especially having 25 years distance from the first movie.
Sure.
This doesn't happen. No, it's not normal that you get to be in a huge international franchise, that you get to be part of the cultural zeitgeist for a specific character or a specific scene. So I'm really proud of it. And you know what? I'm all about leaning into it now. I think it's fun, weird, hilarious that I'm the pie guy. It's bizarre. It's such a weird life I've lived for 25 years. But it's done nothing but good things for me. Nothing but wonderful things for me, my family. And so I am incredibly grateful to be still being able to talk about pies 25 years later. And so, this is like the most organic sort of home run partnership you could think of. I think like there's no one sees this and goes, why is he partnering with like obviously this is like so on the nose. You can't get any more. But why Edwards? You know, Edwards for me, we talked about it. I'm a big fan of theirs. Love the product. I got to create this special limited edition flavor with them. And because Edwards was down in the way that I am to sort of poke fun at this idea that I'm the pie guy. They're not taking themselves so seriously. We could do a little innuendo. We could be irreverent. We can kind of have fun with it. And so this first video that we put out, I think is hilarious. I'm really proud of it. It's fun. It's funny. It's like totally in line with how I feel about being the pie guy. And so it's it's just been a wonderful partnership so far. And I'm excited to see where this goes.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's funny. We had the pie, we got it open. My wife and kids, we all tried it. And my wife went to bed early and we were like, you know, you guys be good. And we wake up and the pie's gone. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll just have to tell your mother we ate it all.
That we ate it all. Boom.
But I told my 16-year-old, he was like, why did they send you a pie? And I was like, oh, well, I'm doing an interview with Jason Biggs, American Pie. And he was like, I know the movie and I know what you're, and so I explained to him. He just chuckled and he was like, oh, I did not know that's what happened.
You went into detail. You were specific.
I was clear. I pulled up GIFs. I was like, here. I was like this. I was like, remember Schitt's Creek? Here's Eugene Levy. Like I went through, I did a whole thing, a whole presentation so that he would understand why we were eating this delicious pie. And
did you film this interaction by any chance?
You should have.
I would love to see this.
Really funny.
I can picture it though. I can certainly picture it. Yeah, you know, look, my son is 9, my oldest, and then I have a little guy, but I don't know when the time is going to be right to discuss this with him. It's hard because I, you know, have people come up to me all the time when I'm with him, you know, who say, oh, American Pie. Oh, the pie guy. Oh, I love that scene. Oh, I loved you in this. And so my sons are aware of this American Pie thing. They know it's the title of the movie. They've seen it, you know, written, but they don't quite understand why the pie. And so we have to kind of skirt that right now, but I don't know when the time is going to be right. We had a scare a few weeks ago. We were out and someone came up to me and said loudly, oh my God, you're the guy that blanked the pie. Oh, and and I quick looked at my 9-year-old who was standing behind us, thinking for sure he heard that and is like, well, and he didn't, by the way, the guy who came up to me used a word for blank that was so like, I mean, it was, not appropriate. And so I was like, great, this is it. This is how I have to explain this situation to my son. This is why, because this numbskull came up to me and like, it screamed this at me on the street. Fortunately, he did not clock it, my 9-year-old. He did not hear it. I'm not quite sure how. But thank goodness. So we dodged a bullet there, but it's going to happen. I'm going to have to explain this to him somehow.
Yeah, before somebody else does.
Exactly.
That sparks another question I have. Do you deal with people like when you go out to restaurants and things like that, sending you pie? Like, are people like, I want to buy Jason Biggs an apple pie? Does that happen?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It definitely happens. Not as frequently as it used to happen after the release of the first movie. It happened quite a lot, but it'll still happen occasionally. I'll check into a hotel and, you know, there'll be a pie in the room. Like if I'm doing like a press tour or something, I'll check in and, there'll be like a pie. And or at a restaurant, I'll sometimes get someone will bring out, oh, this is on the house, sir. And they put down a piece of pie. Definitely get that, which, listen, first of all, I like pie, so thank you for the free pie. Second of all, it's cute. I don't mind it. I just have a hard time having to fake they think it's the first time it's ever happened. Whenever someone gives me a piece of pie, they think it's the funniest thing in the world, and it's like maybe the first time it's ever happened to me. And so I have to, I do my best to indulge them and let them feel good like it is the first time. But it's getting harder and harder to fake that, because it's probably happened, I don't know, 17,000 times in my life. So,
it's very sweet of you to like give them. I
try.
Like
I try. Yeah.
You're doing a service to humanity by letting these people think they're funny.
I appreciate you saying that. It's my mitzvah, if you will. It's my ticket to heaven.
I think it's the Lord's work, right?
I'm doing the Lord's work. Yeah, exactly.
Before our time is up, I want to make sure we get back. We want to get back to the pie. We got to get back to the pie. How can people get this pie? Can you, Jason, could I walk to a Walmart and buy this pie?
You could walk to a Walmart and you could buy Edwards frozen cream pies. You could buy numerous flavors, including our favorites, key lime and chocolate cream pie. However, you cannot buy Pie Lover's passion fruit pie, because this is a very limited special edition, and it is or a very special limited edition, your choice, and it is only available you can win it by entering at pieloversunite.com. So you go there, and you can enter between June 30th and July 3rd. So it's a special for the 4th of July.
Oh, nice.
And so that's where you go. You could register to win, and that's how you get your hands on one. Hands.
But your hands, make sure you eat it. That is the way it was intended, the way the bakers intended,
the way that God intended
for the pie to be eaten.
Exactly.
Jason, you're the coolest. Thank you so much for taking time to chat today.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.
PieLoversUnited.com between June 30th and July 3rd.
Pie Lovers Unite. Pie Lovers Unite.
Not United. Unite. PieLoversUnite.com. Awesome. Jason, thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, dude.